Hi, hello. This is Dr. Prasad Pudilam, continuing with the class series of research methodology and intellectual property rights with the subject code of 21RMI56. This is common for all the fifth semester students of Visheshwara Technological University. So I'm covering the important question. I'm covering the entire syllabus. I'm covering with a 10-mark question. Each video is a 10-mark question. So I'm covering some of the topics. I'm combining it and making one 10-mark question, indicating the revised Bloom's taxonomy. So this is the part 2 of module 3. Module 1, module 2 already completed. Module 4 also completed. Then I came back to module 3 due to some request from the audience. They wanted module 4 earlier. Okay, so this is the syllabus of the VTU module 3 of 21 RMI 56, which covers the course outcome 3 to know the fundamentals of patent laws and drafting procedure. This is how they are drafted the syllabus and course outcome. Okay, so the whatever I'm explaining, I'm referring this textbook, which is the textbook mentioned in the syllabus, Engineering Research Methodology by Dipankar Dev and Rajiv Dev. Okay, you can download it. No need to go for this one. You can download it freely from the internet. It is available, or the link also given. Link you cannot, it will be activated. Okay, you can type the ISBN number, or you can type the author name and the textbook name. It will get downloaded PDF form. So this is the syllabus which I am covering mainly. It mainly contains the patentability requirements as well as the mainly the anticipation. Okay, so based on that, a question is framed: analyze the key elements of patentability requirements and evaluate the importance of anticipation in the patent application process, providing examples. CO3, post outcome 3, revised Bloom's taxonomy level 3, and it carries 10 marks. So the main answer key is mentioned here. Based on that, I am explaining. So this is the thing which I am explaining here with this video. The first one, that is the patentability requirements. Patentability requirements are mainly the most common patentability requirements are the patentable subject matter, industrial applicability or industrial utility, the novelty, and the non-obviousness. Okay, so first we will see one by one. Patentable subject matter. The patentable subject matter refers to type of inventions or discoveries which can be granted a patent. Examples such as process, machine, manufacture, articles of manufacture. Okay, one by one I'll explain. First one, that is the process. Process, it is also known as the method, or okay, they are the method or steps or some of the sequences of action which produce some specific result or some specific effect comes under the process. They are the fundamental category of patentable subject matter. It also includes some manufacturing processes, chemical reactions, computer algorithms, or different methods for performing various tasks. So if you think about various tasks, different examples you can think of. So example like the water purifier, purifying water, one method is introduced. Okay, not the device. A method is introduced to purify the water. It can be patented, or an algorithm or a unique algorithm for the data encryption. It also falls under the process category. Machine category, they are the machine is mechanical devices or the apparatus with some specific structure and functions mentioned, like say like normal machines that we know, or the gadgets, mechanical tools, or any other device which perform a given or specific task, or particular task or a particular function can be considered under machines. It can range from a very complex industrial machinery, because nowadays we know new inventions happening and it's bulk production required. So bulk production means again there are also industry also needs complex machineries. So such complex machineries are patentable, or even a simple household article or appliances machines like washing machine, or say household kitchen. If I see some mixie, or some say vacuum cleaners, or commonly used the smartphones, laptops, something machine which is different, having doing some specific structure and a specific function. If it is there, it can be patented. Articles of manufacture, it involves products from consumer goods to the industrial components, like consumer electronics, or the automotive parts, small medical devices, or the furnitures, the household furnitures, all comes under the articles of manufacture. Next one, that is composition of matter. Composition of matter refers to the chemical compounds, or the chemical mixtures, or the formulations with different chemical compositions having different property. Mainly it covers under the pharmacy or the biotechnology. Pharmacy mainly, biotechnology is different, pharmacy is different. So pharmaceutical compounds, the medical, the drugs, or the composition or chemical composition, or even some alloys, chemistry, pure chemistry comes, alloys for mechanical applications. Any material, new material produced, will be having a different, their own composition of matter present in that. Okay, so these are all, or as example, if I say any drug or drug formula, or any polymeric material, new polymeric material is invented, it comes under the composition of matter category. Next one, that living organism, not all cases, not all places, some places, or some say called as jurisdictions, living organisms, which include the genetically modified organisms, not the organism which is already existing and we invented. We cannot invent it, it's already there. Okay, so if we are inventing means we are modifying with genetical or biotechnology application. So genetically modified organisms which are called as the GMOs, or any plants or microorganisms, is a subject of which can be considered under the patentable one. However, the patentability of the living organism, it's a debate actually. It's still considered here for discussion. Some places they will not consider it. They will not consider under the legal framework, because there are so many ethical and regulatory considerations are there. Because we know many movies, when I was a kid of your age, the viewers are, I feel that are the bachelor engineering students, when I was almost your age, that knew that movies started coming, which Jurassic World and started. These are GMOs actually. Some they are not actually converted. Genetically modified organisms it comes under that category only. Okay, so movies are far more scientists are there working in the movies than in the industry actually. Other than other industry, because that is the most paid industry, movie industry, filmmaking industry. So scientists are also required in movie industry, movie making industry. Scientists are required. Okay, now business model and business methods. This again, some jurisdictions, some places, the patenting of certain business methods or process, provided that they meet a specific criteria, are considered, like some method for conducting some commercial or financial activities comes under the patentable law. Then softwares and algorithms, this is new evolving area. Because of this, a new pattern, new convention needed. I request a new convention. No, it will come soon. New convention will be, the convention is meeting to consider the software and algorithms, the biotechnology inventions. So new things are there. Okay, so that's about the patentable subject matter. We'll move on to the industrial applicability and utility. An invention must have a practical use or application. For example, a new chemical compound which demonstrate efficiency in treating a specific medical condition would meet the industrial applicability requirement. Okay, that means the invention must have a practical or industrial purpose. It should serve a specific function, or it addresses a problem, or it should offer some usefulness in some specified or various fields. It may be a technology, or a manufacturing, or agricultural, or medicine, whatever may be, any field. If any usability is there, it comes under the utility or industrial applicability. And it should also have some advantage, not use. Use means every material it can be used. It's not used. It should have some advantage or some improvement or some utility to the society or industry in which that particular machine or method is operating. It should have, it can be enhanced performance, or the reduction of cost, because cost reduction is one of the main criteria, and improved functionality. All this comes under the practical use. For example, the invention, if it have a practical purpose, or so-called the tangibility to check. For example, if I take for the hypertension, to treat that hypertension, if a chemical compound it is formulated, then it has got industrial applicability, because it has got the practical use. It treats the blood pressure, which is called the hypertension, and it is also having tangible benefit. The tangible benefit is because it gives the improved health outcome for the patient, therefore it is tangible. In the field of technology, energy technology, if I say, in the energy saving industry or energy producing industry, the invention like the LED light bulbs or any solar panels, they are having industrial applicability. Industrial applicability is there. This invention, they are reducing the energy consumption that we already know, we studied. Therefore, the electricity bill it will be less for the consumers. The tangible benefits, if we discuss, it's their ability to conserve energy resources, to contribute towards the sustainable and eco-friendly environment. That is the tangible benefit. So say if I take example of agricultural field or agricultural inventions, any modified crop variety, that is the genetically modified, which is which is done by some other methods like crafting, or so many methods, agriculture methods. These are resisting to a particular pest, or which is very difficult to solve, or it supports the environment conditions, or it will meet that environmental condition, rash condition also, it will grow and produce yield. Then it has got the industrial application, because some places where a particular place, the pest we are not able to control, or some places where it is very drastic condition like a desert and all, where we are not able to grow a plant which is needed to give food. Such cases, if this agriculture invention, if it is working, the modified crop, if it is working, then it is obviously it has got industrial application or industrial applicability requirement. Now it also ensures the food security, that is the tangibility. If I say food is needed, and we were here means we need food. Okay, this is time now. After completing this video, I will go for behind the food. Okay, so food security is very important. Okay, so now some medical devices, if I say under industrial utility example, if you take the advanced imaging equipment, or some surgical tools which is minimally invasive, means will not cut wound stitching, and all these are considered as invasive. Okay, so minimal invasive surgical tools, if it is there, then it comes under the industrial applicability, and the tangibility or the importance is that it is less invasive surgeries. The patient's outcome increases. The patient will not have to suffer a lot. So this industrial applicability and utility is the main requirement for patent eligibility. Okay, so little more explanation I give, I think. Now novelty and okay, the invention must be new or novel. Novel means it is not the reading of the novel. Novel means new, something which is very new, fresh, new. We call it as novel. Okay, I'm not English teacher. It's other word, a better word for new, that is novel. So not because when I started my PhD work, applying for the preparing the objective of my PhD work, my guide always says that it should be novel. So I thought I have to go behind novel. Reading novel was not my habit. I used to read some science books, something related to research. I used to read that time. So he said it should be novel. And I didn't purchase the novel. I searched the meaning of novel. I find that it is something that is everyone should say. Okay, so it should be novel, not previously disclosed or publicly known. Example, if an inventor it creates a unique device that has never been seen or described before, it satisfies the novelty requirements. Okay, so two more terms I kept there for discussion. Okay, so I'll start. So novelty is it is one of the fundamental patentable requirement. 2-3 fundamentals are there. So this is one of the fundamental patentable requirement. It requires that invention should be entirely new and not disclosed, not presented anywhere in any of the form before filling the patent application or applying for patent, because they will do the in-depth analysis whether it is new or no, or false one or old one. It's not a new one, or whether it is new or not. Okay, so the novelty is the primary condition which they check the patent officers. To consider as novel, the invention must not be published or disclosed, or it is not used anywhere, or it is not patented. Okay, so there are two different approaches which different places or different jurisdictions they will do, like absolute novelty and the relative novelty. So these are the two things, because some countries they apply the principle of absolute novelty, which absolute novelty means the invention should be completely new and throughout global. Nowhere in the place, nowhere in the world, which is known world, unknown world is still there. That is different. But known world, where communication is possible, they will communicate and they will check whether it is a throughout the global, whether it is a new invention, then it is absolute novelty. Some other countries they follow the concept of relative novelty. So limited grace period, during which grace period means time from so and so time to so and so time, it was not disclosed or it was not considered during the inspection time, when it is till the date of application or something. They will keep their own criteria. I'm not going in detail here. When the chapter comes, we will go in detail. Okay, so that only they will consider, which is called as the relative novelty. So the inventor should, the one who is inventing or the one who invented suddenly, they may not be knowing they are becoming an inventor. If you invented something, you should understand whether the novelty stands under which jurisdiction and whether it is absolute novelty or relative novelty, what they want, everything you have to understand, you have to ask and understand. Now, prior art consideration, that is also very important point. It's very important because it is related to the published articles. Some of the prior art, which means the prior art means whether it is published the patents and whether it is applied or already applied, or whether it is published in any literature, whether it is scientific or the technical literature, if it is there or not, whether it is available in any of the other domains or any other documents which can be accessed. If it is there, then it is a prior art. Whether it is publicly used or whether it is they already sold some of their inventions, they sold, it also comes under the prior art consideration. Or whether it is orally disclosed, means in any conferences or in any public place, they show that I invented something, this is the invention. If they say, then they will lose the patent. Okay, so prior art consideration is very important. Now, inventive steps, non-obviousness. An invention should not be something that anyone with expertise in the field would easily think of. Example, imagine combining familiar things in very way that unexpectedly creates something new and not obvious to experts, like putting together common ingredients to make a surprise dish. Okay, idli, you make idli, you make dosa and put the idli inside the dosa, turn it and make a dish. That is not should not be considered. That is the meaning of this. Okay, roughly if I say. Okay, so some factors need to be considered. State of the art. Okay, so when evaluating whether the invention is demonstrate the inventive step, many factors can be considered, like state of the art, which refers to the existing knowledge, technology, or the practices, to the time of invention. The more advanced or crowded the field, the greater will be the inventive step required to distinguish the invention. Like that, some how many you can say, today, now we are in the 2024, some 2010, 2000, that time nanotechnology, because I was a professor and head of the department for many years. It was very new that time. Not so new, but still new. So any invention in that field, it is not crowded, very less. The existing knowledge is less, the technology existing is very less, the practices related to that was very less. Before that, 10 years back, it was biotechnology started. Again, that was very new, very easy to get patent during that time. But now it is very difficult. Now it become crowded. Now, which field is the 2024? Now it is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in every field. All need artificial intelligence in their field. Okay, all the other invention, nanotechnology, biotechnology, everything came like that only. Every field they need that particular field. They say that it is ours. That was there. So you can say that state of art is very important. Then problem solution approach. This identifies the technical problem addressed by an invention, and it will evaluate or assess whether the proposed solution, whether it is it's an art, a skilled art or not. If it is a skilled art, then it cannot be considered. Then comes the secondary indica, such as the commercial success or long felt but unresolved resolved needs, unexpected result, industry recognition are the secondary indica, which I read out. I am not able to explain it in detail. Some of the terms which comes connecting to that I am telling. They are evidences of non-obviousness. that commercial success or long felt unresolved needs, then unexpected results, industry recognitions. This comes under secondary indica. Okay, so combination of the prior art. Any of the combines elements from multiple pieces of prior art, whether it is a person skilled in the art who had a reasonable motivation to make that combination. These obvious combinations will lack the inventive step. It is not inventive, just for and they did have no particular applicability. What I have to say, that is the thing. Or so-called teaching away, one term I find, because the knowledge which is suggested, that it has got a particular approach and it is not unworkable, we are not able to get it done, then the invention goes against that teaching, what it says, which is called as a teaching away. Means it should be having a particular use, it should work properly. Then level of skill, the level of skill can vary depending upon the field, different level of skill required. In some highly specified areas, higher level of skill may be required. So it is more challenging to meet the inventive step requirement based on that. That is the level of skill. Okay, some of the points which makes it complicated things for the patent officers, which are discussed in one of the articles. It is obvious to try. If arriving at an invention, it would have been a regular experimentation without a specific expectation of success. It may be considered obvious. And commercial and technical success. Any commercial success or addressing a long-standing technical problem can be used as evidence for non-obviousness. Novelty assessment. The evaluation process to determine if an invention meets the novelty requirement. Okay, so evaluating the novelty of invention, some of the terms which I mentioned here. Okay, so the evaluation of the novelty of an invention, it is a very crucial step in the patent application process. The novelty means the invention must be entirely new and it is not disclosed, that I already said. So we have to think about the have to have a thorough search. Not only the patent officers, the one who when we are applying for a patent or our invention patent, we should do a thorough research. You have to search in all the patents, scientific literatures, means journals, the technical manuals available, and any public domain anywhere it is where it is available or not. That thorough search is needed. Then we need to understand the prior art. Similar product, almost similar product, if it is there, then we have to think twice before going for or anywhere if it is published related to that, then we have to think before applying for patent. Claim elements. We have to focus on the specific elements that we defined in the claims, or they will focus on the specific defined in the claims, whether that claims are new or whether it is disclosed anywhere or not, that they will check with patent officers. Evaluate the combinations. If what I said, if it is a combination of non-elements, just a combination of non-elements, determine if the combination itself is novel and non-obvious. That we have to, that they will evaluate. Publication dates. The date in which we applied or published applied for the patent or the publication. whether it is described, disclosed, or any other public stunt is done with the invention before filing date, that need to check. Then international considerations throughout, not only say that nearby our general search areas, search engines should not be sufficient. So throughout the world we have to, throughout every patentable wherever jurisdiction, if it is there, we need to search whether it's somewhere it will get published or not. Means we need to do a thorough research in that. For example, if you ensure a new solar cell technology is not patented by searching the existing patents before applying for the patent. That is an example for searching the patents. Then investigate academic papers or scientific journals, the academic publication, to confirm that no prior research or similar say drug formulation of your invention. Check if competitors have launched similar gadget before introducing new consumer gadget with unique features. Before launching, any product launch is happened or not related to that can be checked and as an invention in check, prior check. So conference presentation also not to be done. Public demonstration, again another term, exhibition prototypes of similar safety systems should not be showcased in any place like automotive safety system. If we have a tendency, people have a tendency that to showcase first, so go and present in front of the people. Okay. So inventive step assessment, the evaluation process to determine if an invention involves an inventive step or a non-obvious features. Like the evaluation process for that means determining if the invention it demonstrate it's an inventive step or not, also known as the non-obviousness, is a crucial part for the patent application process. State of the art means understand the current knowledge, technology, practices, learn to the field, know what's already known. So we need to check the present, the available technology, practices. We need to check. Define the problem means clearly state the problem of your invention, what it solves, or what is the specific issue that you are meeting or demanding in the field of research. Identify the inventive concept, means you need to highlight or pinpoint the unique or non-obvious aspect of your invention, which that sets it apart from the existing knowledge. So while applying, you have to be very careful with that consideration. So consider the expert. Think about a person who is skilled in the field. Would this comes under the existing knowledge or any other obvious way was there or not, that is part to consider with an expert. Expert should be known to you. He should not go and patent it. Okay, test for obviousness, that is again checking with the existing knowledge whether it lacking any inventive steps are missing in that or not, that you have to test. Secondary considerations like commercial success, already such articles are available or not, unexpected result, whether it is an unexpected result or whether it is again it is supporting the inventive step as discussed earlier, that you also need to be checked. Okay, so examples are very important to explain this term. Say the Velcro fastener, the Velcro. Say George D. Mestrel, who invented the Velcro by observing how the burrs stuck to the cloth, that particular seal. Okay, so the hook and loop, that fastening system was a non-obvious solution. It was a revolution in the industry. The second example, that is paste it or post it, just to post on the wall and remove whenever want. It's a special. The 3M scientist Spencer, Silver, and Art Fry, they recognize the practical use of a seemingly unremarkable adhesive, creating removable, repositionable nodes. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. The invention of the magnetic resonance imaging using the nuclear magnetic resonance principle, it significantly improved the medical imaging capability. Okay, so it gives an example for inventive step assessment. What are the inventive steps? Okay. So it's a smartphone which combines the technology like the touch screen and the communication, mobile communication. So it's an inventive. It required inventive steps and it is revolutionizing daily life. Anticipation, the second part of this discussion, anticipation. Excuse me. The anticipation is in a patent law. It refers to the conditions where an invention for which a patent is applied or sought seeking has already been disclosed or made available to the public before filling date of the patent application. Okay, that means if an invention is anticipated, means it lacks the novelty required for the patent protection. The anticipation occurs when some of the features of the invention, even some of the essential features of the inventions are already known to the public. That means it's already anticipated. Okay, so that is a word of anticipation. It can happen through different means like the publication, the prior art, or public use, or public knowledge, or public display, or even it is already sold. Okay, so we'll take some example. Suppose an inventor develops a new type of electronic device and demonstrates it at a technology conference before filing the patent application. It is anticipated already. It cannot be considered for patent. If the details of an invention are made public during this demonstration, it may be considered anticipated. Okay. So such cases, the public disclosure has occurred before the filing of the patent application, and the invention may not meet the novelty requirement for patentability. So in essence, what I want to say is that the invention to be granted a patent, if so, it should be something new and should be kept undisclosed in any way. Okay, some of the ways in detail I am given here. Anticipation by publication. An invention cannot be patented if it has been disclosed to the public through written publication before filing a patent application. So example, if an inventor publishes a detailed article about their invention in a scientific journal before filing a patent, it may lead to anticipation. Then anticipation by public knowledge and public use prohibits the patenting an invention that has been publicly known or used before filing the patent application. For example, if an inventor showcases their invention at a public event or demonstration, it may result in anticipation. Then comes the anticipation by public display. Similar to public use, it refers to the situations where an invention has been displayed publicly before filing a patent application. Example, if an invention exhibits their invention at a trade show or exhibition, it will lead to anticipation. Anticipation by sale. Anticipation by sale prevents the patenting of an invention if it has been sold or offered for sale before filing a patent application. Example, selling a product embodying the invention to the public before filing a patent application could result in anticipation. Okay, so that's about the video. It was a little long, I extended as well. I already got headache. Okay, so thank you very much for supporting me. This is the module 3 part 2. you have supporting me by subscribing, and that is the support that you are giving to my effort on this particular field of video making. So if not subscribed, please do subscribe. So this is very important. You know, when you are a YouTuber, if you are a YouTuber, you should understand that this is very important. Please do subscribe. Please subscribe and keep it. I will not disturb you further. Only related videos only will come. Okay, you can pass it to others who are, when they comes to that they needed such information. So my YouTube channel name is My Intuition 4865. If anybody copies my content and presenting already, many are there, they are doing the exact my copy they are taking, my study materials they used. Okay, so my YouTube channel, My Intuition 4865. If you feel that the way I am presenting the same material, please come to my YouTube channel and watch it. It is My Intuition 4865. So once again, thank you very much and have a nice day.